Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Very warm welcome to all. Welcome to Connect with Sharon, 622-4911. Just a quick reminder again of that number. It's 622-4911. And let me just quickly remind you of the yellow level flood alert, which is in effect, and that continues right up until 4 this afternoon. So please take note. The Met Service says they will continue to keep us all informed as the day goes by. 622 again 4911, and let's start off with a social development concern here for Mr. Floyd, who tells us he's from the central part of Trinidad. Mr. Floyd, we have been in talks with the folks at the division, right? Well, he tells us that 3 years ago he applied for his senior citizen grant. He says in that year he suffered a heart attack and then faced other health challenges. He continues to visit his local office once each month, but he's unable to have them provide him with an update. He also mentions of the cost of his medication. It's very costly. He's really in a bad place and is unable to afford it. Well, we have spoken to social services. They have taken note of your concern, sir, and they are looking into the matter. They have also assured us that as soon as their investigation is completed, hopefully before the end of today, they will definitely call you on that matter. All right, and Savitri is saying that her mother applied in June 2025 for her senior citizens grant, but whenever they check the local office, she's given the same response. There is no officer available to service that area. Our caller says they're anxious to have the matter looked into because her mother is not in a very good place. Well, we have been keeping in touch with the folks at the Social Development Ministry on these matters. I know that there are officers available now for certain areas, but we will follow up to find out what's the status and which areas are still without that service of having a field officer do a site visit. I want to say thanks very much to the folks at WASA, because the residents of Commuter Road, in fact, one of them was so angry. I spoke with him this morning. I said, but you were so angry on Friday, you hung up on me. And he said, yes, he was very angry because the area was not receiving a pipe-borne supply. And he says they felt totally neglected by the authority. Well, the good news is since Friday to now, we spoke with the folks at the San Fernando, the south office of WASA, and Commuter Road, Barrackport. They are now receiving a pipe-borne supply. He says it's okay, but I'm sure they are grateful for the okay. All right, so until it comes to full capacity, we want to say thanks very much to the folks at the authority for still doing what is necessary to service the area there in Commuter Road in Barrackport with a proper water supply. All right, and we have been following up with the National Commission for Self-Help, and we will continue to do so regarding all your issues. And talking about that, this gentleman in Tamina Road is saying that in 2021 he applied for help, but no help has been forthcoming. That's quite a while. He says there's no proper drainage, and water from a certain section of land, which is above him from an incline, actually continues to flood under his house. He said the structure of the foundation of his house is very shaky at this time. His premises is always waterlogged. He has been pleading to the agency because they've also promised to send someone to do a field visit or a site visit, but none of them have been coming to do so. He says to us that he also presented a letter from his MP regarding his terrible situation to the folks at NCSHL. Well, right now he's pleading for some urgent attention to be given to him. We have forwarded your concern to the CEO there, and we will indeed keep in touch with him to ensuring that someone contacts you and something positive happens. Again, 622-4911, and we are going to be following up with the folks of the Port of Spain City Corporation regarding the Mandela Park, which is used for recreational purposes. You'll see a lot of young ones there using the rides and the slides and so on. We know that some of the infrastructure sort of rusted and protruding, and it's not very safe. So I'm not sure how far any sort of improvements have been made to these structures, but we will follow up with the folks at the Port of Spain City Corporation. They are aware of the concern, and they have assured us that they will be putting things in place to have it attended to. So we just need to find out the status at this time so we can pass it on to the concerned parents. Again, 622-4911, and WASA has been told of 3rd Avenue and 3rd Street in Barataria. They have assured us that the crew has been notified once again to make sure that they go to this location and do whatever is necessary to repave that section of the roadway, that hole, fill it, repave it. We are, again, keeping in touch with the authority on that one. so that they can take note of the concern and have it resolved. Good afternoon to you, caller. Talk with us. You're on. Go ahead, please.
Good morning. Good
Yes,
day.
good afternoon to you.
I'm calling from Kunjal Road.
From Barrackpore. What part of Barrackpore?
Kunjal.
Kunjal Road.
Kunjal Road.
Got it.
It's adjacent to the Komoter Road, right? For 3 weeks now, we have no water.
Oh.
Water only came yesterday evening. And this morning, 7 o'clock, it's gone.
Oh.
I find that available.
Okay, so it's gone again.
There was at least every 2 weeks given. For 3 weeks now, we have no water.
Okay, so what was the pressure like? What was the pressure like when you got it late yesterday?
Mostly whole like Kunjal.
Yeah, but what was the water pressure like when it came back yesterday, when it returned?
I just checked it from that.
Are you hearing me, caller? I'm just asking the pressure of the water.
Very low, very low.
That's what I was asking. So it was very low. Oh my. All right, well, I still need you to call off and leave your name and number so that we can talk.
No problem.
So you call it 622-4141 and leave that information, okay?
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome, sir. 622-4141, okay? All right, and that's Kunjal Road, Barrackpore. He says adjacent to Commuter Road. Well, Commuter Road received the supply and they seem fine. So let's find out what's happening there. And we're also wondering what's happening, what's the status of the situation with water in Brazil Village. Wow. Crystal Heights, we want to know if you have gotten yet. If not, it will be 2 weeks then. So please, anyone from Crystal Heights, we have spoken to us. In fact, we've been talking with them since Friday. And I'm really hoping that we'd like to know if you all got a supply over the weekend or so. Yeah. 622-4911. And there's a lady who's very distressed in the St. James area where she's talking about water from a certain location is also flooding her property. We're getting quite a lot of these.
Yes.
That flow too is coming into her yard and undermining her house. We spoke with your counselor, actually, Counselor Samuel Carter, and he assured us that he was going to contact you. We will keep in touch with him to find out the status of your situation. Right, and Althea is telling us she's from the Aranguez area. She's calling on behalf of her aunt who applied for her senior citizens grant 2.5 years ago. She said the division at that time informed them to get in touch with NIB to get some information pertaining to whether her aunt was a recipient or is a recipient of NIS, and they were assured that once they get that information, everything will be in order and her application, well, her request for assistance would be heeded and they would see some results. Well, that has not happened just yet, and they are wondering what's the status. Well, we have asked them to contact you, Althea, regarding your aunt's situation, and they've assured us that they would do so. And talking about social, and let's move quickly across to the HDC, where Mrs. Sankar Singh is telling us she received a letter from the agency that she too overpaid on her transaction, and this dates back to 17 years ago. Yet up to this time, she says the HDC is yet to refund her those monies, reimburse her. And still no word. She says whenever she calls, she's not allowed to speak to someone in charge. We are working on that, and we've asked someone in authority to contact you. And so too, there's another HDC concern of a different nature out there in Maloney. We wouldn't say exactly where in Maloney for security reasons.
Right.
So to that caller in that particular building relating to, you know what, that serious situation where your life could be in danger, we have alerted the folks at the HDC to intervene as soon as possible. So that too is being looked into as we speak. Again, 622-4911, and Mrs. Phillip is saying to us that in January 2025, she applied for her senior citizens grant. Her house visit was conducted. She was informed that everything was in order, and also assured at that time that she would receive a call in about 2 weeks from the division to keep her updated. Well, she has not received that call just yet, and we're talking about 2025, folks. We have alerted the folks at the minister's office relating to that concern, and we've also sent the information across the minister for her attention so she can be aware of what's happening. And also to Mr. Selby out there in San Juan. He too applied for old age pension in May 2025. That time he said he was told that there's no officer present to service his area, and no one has kept in touch with him. That too is engaging the attention of social services. Now, out there in the Pitti Valley area, there is a situation where bad weather conditions in 2024 damaged the roof of a property there. Now, they are saying to us that they applied for help since then to the NCSHL. They met with officials, they did all that was required to obtain the help, and that also included handing over the invoice from the hardware to the agency. That's the Port of Spain office. She says when they contacted them some time ago, early last year, they were told that there was a funding problem. Up to this time, they are yet to receive that promised call, and they're pleading for the matter to be resolved because we are now again into rainy season, and you know what could happen regarding that roof. We have alerted the folks at the National Commission for Self-Help, so they are aware, and we will reach out to them to make sure that you are attended to. Welcome, caller. Good afternoon to you.
Hello, good afternoon.
Welcome. Talk with us.
Sharon, this is Mary from Blantyshire.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, they called me last week Wednesday,
Yeah.
and I went in Thursday, and I got my letter for the pension.
Right.
Yes, so I called you to tell you I got through.
All right. Well, you're most welcome. I'm so happy to
Good
hear
news.
that. That's good news, yeah?
Well, thank you so much. I don't know how to thank you.
Oh, God,
I don't know.
just say a prayer for me. That's a great way of thanking me, yeah?
Yes, darling.
All right. All right, take care. That's Mary out there in Blanche. She says, I want to say thanks very much to the Ministry of Social Development. Minister, thank you so much. You're a gem. Thank you so much for ensuring that that caller's matter is taken care of. It has been quite a long wait, and we are really, really happy to hear that. Yeah, and talking about social development and thanking them, we have another one which we actually is from the same area, down in the Blanchisseuse area, where this gentleman says that they sent in all their documents early this year. They were short of a telephone call, soon to be followed by a house visit. But according to the caller, they have not been provided with either. So, we are also informed that this gentleman, his health situation is very, very serious. It's a chronic situation he's in. It deals with amputation and a whole lot of other ailments, which is really sad.
Yeah.
The medical care is also costly in terms of medication and visits and so on. And he's pleading for the matter to be urgently addressed. And he also thanked you all in advance. So we have sent all of this to the folks at the Ministry of Social Development. And again, also spoke with Minister about it. And rest assured, we will continue to keep in touch with the ministry to ensure that this gentleman receives the help that he needs in the shortest possible time. But you would also appreciate that they have to investigate. Okay, so we just provide them with the information, callers. They have to investigate to see what the status is, what's happening, why the delay, and all of those things. And then they will respond to you, and you will hear something from them. So just bear with them a little bit more. I know it has been a very, very long wait. So just wait a little bit more. And to that caller out there regarding the Tunapuna-Piarco Regional Corporation and the dump which is created near to, this is another senior citizens home in that area. I am not sure. I haven't heard from you, so I'm not sure if the chairman of the corporation and his team have done anything just yet. So please let us know. And also bad roads in the St. Lucian Road, Diego Martin, terrible road conditions, deep holes with lots and lots of water. We also have heard about Cicada Drive River Estate, a government housing area. 20 years since their road has been deplorable. Please have fallen on deaf ear. Then there's the North Post Road, which is also, that entire stretch we are told is in a bad state. A danger to school children. Lots of mini or minor accidents. So far, minor accidents taking place between vehicles there in that section of the roadway. All of this has been passed on to your member of parliament,
And that will
Hans
happen
Devine.
because you're swerving.
We have passed that on to, which is similar to what is happening at 3rd Avenue and 3rd Street in Barataria. Same thing again, but that one is WASA. So that WASA can take care of that one. It's just one small portion or pretty, portion of the roadway to take care of.
Yeah.
But these really fall under the regional corporation. In fact, these are main road thoroughfares, so the Ministry of Works. So your MP is aware. We have also informed your councillor, Alina Wren. We have also informed your chairman, your vice chairman of the corporation, and so on. Okay, so that is another one we're looking into. Point Fortin residents who have been calling, complaining about the markings on the zebra crossing along that stretch of the Point Fortin main road. Some motorists are not stopping where they should be, we are told. Let's pause. Good afternoon to you, caller. Welcome. Go ahead, please.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Good
Welcome.
afternoon.
Just giving you a reminder for Herrera Drive along the Moncoco Road.
What drive is this?
Herrera.
Herrera.
All right, got that.
Herrera Drive
Uh-huh.
along Moncoco Road in Maraval.
Mm-hmm.
A garbage pile is there, and it has no back section.
Yeah.
So it's just, there's a road that passes beneath that area because it's a hilly area.
I think I recall this concern.
Yes,
Your
and all
council
the
is
garbage
aware, but
keeps
we'll
going
take...
down into the road below.
Yeah, so we have taken a note to follow up on it for you, sir, on that
Yes, you
Moncoco Road
asked me to
situation.
leave my number. Is there somewhere I could leave my number?
Yes, at 622-4141.
Okay, I will do that.
Yes, sir.
I will do that.
Okay,
Yeah,
thanks
thank you
for
very
calling.
much.
All right, I'm just going to take a very quick break, very quick one, and we'll be back.